All right, happy Friday to you. It is time to track the tropics here on Texas Live and Local, and we have a little action out there. We've had kind of a lull for the Atlantic Basin. It has been a minute since we've had a name storm. We haven't had anything out there with a name since August 28th, and now it is September 12th. So we are still waiting on Gabrielle. That would be the next name. We've had 6 named storms, 6 tropical storms, one of those becoming a major hurricane. Of course, that was Aaron that blew up to a Category 5. So hopefully we won't see anything else like that for the rest of the season, but there's still a shot. Of course, a few days ago, we reached the peak of our hurricane season for the Atlantic Basin. At least statistically, that was September 10th. Usually, that's the day where we have the highest shot for tropical action in the Atlantic Basin. After that, notice we kind of slowly but surely start to go back down the roller coaster, but we still could have action popping up quickly out there, and we've got to get all the way to the end of November. So certainly still there's time for some tropical systems to pop up and mess with us. Let's see what we have out there for today. We're still monitoring this tropical wave, not looking that organized or impressive. Still very close to that west coast of Africa. It is tracking to the west-northwest around 10 to 15 miles per hour. It could become a tropical depression or tropical storm by the middle of next week. As I just mentioned, Gabrielle is the next name on the list. Over the next 48 hours, just a 0% shot that this is going to turn into something concerning. But over the next week, I think the atmosphere will be a little more favorable for this to potentially turn into a tropical depression or tropical storm as it makes that trek off to the west. So we do have that 40% chance for development with that potential tropical system, but the chances are likely to rise. So don't be surprised to see a tropical storm at Gabrielle out there, especially by the middle of next week. Now, where is it going? Would it get anywhere close to us? Well, let's check out our GFS Futurecast model showing that spin. It's trying to get more organized in the east central Atlantic by Tuesday evening, but still not impacting land. It's still just over water, and then it kind of starts to make more of a turn to the northwest. So I think it will miss the Lesser Antilles. I think it misses Haiti, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico. It passes to the north, and we'll have to wait and see if there will be any impacts to Bermuda or the east coast of the U.S. But right now, models have it wanting to kind of take more of a turn or a jog off to the northwest. But of course, we'll be watching it closely. Chances are low it would make it this far west, but overall, we are going to be monitoring the situation. If we get anything to pop up across the Gulf, Northwest Caribbean, Western Atlantic over the next few weeks, water temps have been super steamy, warm all season long, and we've still got water temps close to 90 in the Gulf. So we certainly have the fuel needed for these tropical systems. We just haven't had much developing. But I think as we get towards late September, early October, the chance for development in the Southern Gulf, in the Northwestern Caribbean will start to rise. We've had a lot of Saharan dust out there for the first half of the season. The dust starting to kind of thin out a bit in spots, so that may give us some windows for more potential development. So as we go into October, there will still be an above average chance for these tropical cyclones, especially across the Northwestern Caribbean, Central Eastern Gulf, and the Western Atlantic. So don't let your guard down. Just because things are fairly quiet right now, there could still be some action out there. I want to show you our GFS Futurecast in the Eastern Pacific. This is for a newly developed tropical storm in the Eastern Pacific. So no name storms in the Atlantic, but we now have Tropical Storm Mario that's sitting off that southwestern Mexican coast, and it likely is going to pass just to the south of the Baja California Peninsula as we go through the late weekend into early next week. So here's the latest on Mario. It popped up out there today. It's a very small tropical storm that is formed in the Eastern Pacific. Heavy rain and gusty winds possible for parts of southwestern Mexico, and it is going to pass southwest of that Baja California Peninsula likely by Sunday and Monday. So here it is on satellite, not looking that organized right now, but there is an area of low pressure, and we do have wind strong enough to call this a tropical storm. So we are going to be monitoring this closely. You can see the tropical storm watch out for a tiny part of that southwestern Mexican coast, and it will continue to monitor this. It looks like it's not going to be a direct landfall, direct impact to Mexico. It's going to kind of brush by that southwestern Mexican coast, bringing the chance for maybe 1 to 3 inches of rain rain, gusty wind, and then it starts to push away from Mexico by Sunday and Monday. Still is a tropical storm passing south of Cabo San Lucas as we go into early next week. So here's the good news for us. Nothing to worry about for the moment for the Texas Gulf Coast, but keep in mind we've still got about 2.5 more months of this, so make sure to stay alert, be on guard, and if there's anything concerning to worry about, of course, we will let you know. Enjoy your weekend. Once again, I'm Fox 26 meteorologist Remeisha Shade.